Give me marks out of 10. How would you score your experience of DangerPoint from 1 being really boring and 10 being really fun?
10 really fun because I had a fun time there because we learned a lot of things.
I'd rate it 10. 9.5 out of 10 because I really enjoyed how it was different things that we got to do in the activities.
10. Oherwydd nes i rili'n enjoyo ac oedd o'n lle da i ddysgu.
I would give it 10.
Really fun.
10.
Probably an 8 because I really liked the alien, it was really funny, and also all the other activities were really fun as well.
Probably 9 out of 10 because I liked seeing all of the different places. 10 because they're really fun and I liked it and it was enjoyable.
Probably 8. I enjoyed it quite a lot, yeah.
9.
Give it 8 because it was really fun watching the videos and I learnt a lot more.
I rated like a 10 because I liked the ranger and it was just fun walking around and seeing the different things.
A 10 because it was really fun.
I think they explained all the important things in a fun way, which it digs into your mind so we remember for if we ever get into that emergency.
9. Kaya ma'n mynd â chdi rownd a danos bob dim a deitha chdi pyrgwan am bethau.
What was your favourite part?
How we got to see what appliances were the most dangerous and which weren't.
I liked the home, like the living room and the kitchen, because it was like, I liked how there was proper stairs and it was just looked so realistic.
The house. I learned to like dangerous things that can't be in the house, so like you never charge your phone under the pillow and things like that.
When we went to the house and we got to put the rings on a part which was dangerous, like the skateboard on the stairs.
Probably the house bed. The video and how all the things were like on the bed because it made me understand more things. Learning about the home and the activities in the house because it's just fun to know what sort of things that can happen at your house and what dangers there are in your house.
The house. I love the house, yeah. Because like lots of this stuff like happens in my house. Like I know that my mum charges her phone on the bed, and my sister used to charge it underneath her pillow, and so I'm told. Yeah, it's relatable.
The beach.
Learning some new things, like when we were outside with the traffic, for blind people, if they put their hand under they can feel it. That's probably the most interesting one that I learned.
Probably the beach or the car bit, because you got to be in the moment and see the dangers happening and what was happening if you were the person in danger.
My favourite part was probably the co-op shop. It was very nice and it was very, very well modelled, so it looked really like a co-op, so it looked good.
Probably the shop because you could see like all the dangers and how old you had to be to get like things and alcohol and that.
The shop because I like learning about what different ages you can buy things at.
I liked how they would keep the bad stuff in the back and like have all the good stuff out in front.
The train, because I've been near a train track and when a train's come past and it didn't look that fast, but then like I actually did know how fast it did, which was like 125 miles per hour.
The like train because it just like taught us to never mess around by the train tracks because you might get arrested or you might get hurt.
Probably the train part where we gone inside and seen that story about what happens when the kids.
The flood bit because I understand now what to do when there's a flood.
My favourite part was when we were doing the Guess Who game at the start because we actually interacted with what we were doing.
Were there any parts you did not like or you thought could be made better?
No, I think they were all quite good.
Not really. I liked all of it.
No, I think it was perfect. Really, like I said, I think it was amazing. Really, it was a good experience.
I don't think so. I think I like everything, but that's about it.
Not really, no. No, I think I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Not really, no. I quite liked all of it.
No, not really. I liked all of them.
No, I enjoyed all of them really.
No, not really.
No, it was all nice. It was all cool.
I think everything's good as it is.
No, not at all.
No, I thought it was all good.
Which area did you learn the most from?
Yeah, the house part.
That carbon monoxide didn't have any smell or taste.
Swn i'n dweud y ti, ddim gadael hair straightener stuff ar y gwely.
That the house can be very dangerous because there's a lot like electronics that could go on fire.
The house.
How dangerous ordinary things are and how to be careful with them.
Probably the flooding part. The flooding.
Because I never knew that 15 centimetres could sweep you off your feet.
With the flood, it'll cut off electricity sources from power stations, or cut out all the electricity in the house.
The shop, what smoking can do to your body, and we learnt about the different ages you have to be to smoke and vape.
The bit with the car and the child with the electric box at the end. You need to make sure you know when it's right to cross, and you need to click the button before you cross.
Probably the train, not to go on the railway line when because the train might be on there coming. It takes 20 football pitches to stop.
If you go on the track, it can kill you because you don't know.
The rocket one about how to recycle, about like what rubbish goes in which bin.
Probably the farm bit because of the fishing and all the recycling bits and the things that can say like a water bottle, for instance, and it could actually be bleach inside instead of actual water.
Swn i ddweud yn y parc lle am dweud peidio bwlio neb, a os yw'n rhywun bwlio chi, mae'n bwysig dweud e.
Do you think that DangerPoint has made you more aware of dangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Now I know what the dangers are and I'm more aware of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I do believe it made me more aware of the dangers.
Can you explain what have you learned at DangerPoint about fire safety?
You need to tell your address, tell your emergency, and know where you are, basically.
About recycling?
Always put say if it says recycling or cans, always put it in the right one.
If you have like plastic bottle, you put in the plastic bin.
That was 3 hours one tin can could last of energy.
About internet safety?
I've learned to not add people that I don't know, to block them, and to not talk to strangers online, basically.
Not to share your name online and any personal details.
Mi fatha ddim fatha neud pethau enw chi a pethau fel 'a I pobl da chi ddim yn nabod.
If there's something and it doesn't look real, then it's probably a scam.
Don't talk to people that you do not know online.
About the electricity?
Try to keep wires away from children in case they might burn or get electrocuted.
About the train?
If someone on the train that was driving the train hit the brake, then it would be 20 football pitches before it would stop.
And like people were stepping in front of it and you shouldn't be doing that because you never know when it's coming.
And there's like a line and you have to stay behind the lines and you don't cross over into the track.
About the water.
That you don't, if you're like drowning and you need help, and you just like float into a starfish until you're calm and then shout for help.
About bullying.
I like being kind, and you should always help someone and don't get involved with the fight, just go get a teacher.
I learned that don't cyberbully because it might affect them as a kid.
About the road safety.
Stop, look, listen.
Have you changed your behavior as a result of your visit to DangerPoint?
Yes, I recycle a lot more now, and I know how to cross the road better.
I make sure I keep an eye on when I'm charging something.
Because I used to when I was like 6, I just climbed walls. And when I came to DangerPoint, I realised I shouldn't climb walls.
Yes. It just made me like more aware of my surroundings and all that.
So now I actually click the button instead of actually walking across.
I've changed a little bit how I act about the safety of it, the safety of myself and other people around me.
I'm pressing the button on the road now, even there's no cars.
I used to leave all my straighteners and hairdryers in the bed, and I have a box of them that I put them in.
Looking more and being more aware.
I make sure that I don't charge my phone in the night.
Like telling my mum and dad to buy a carbon monoxide alarm.
I've been more aware of the dangers of being outside and being in the house. I've checked if I had turned my charger off.
I feel like I've concentrated more about where my family puts rubbish as well, instead of them they put plastic in a normal bin.
How confident are you about dealing with risky situations after visiting DangerPoint?
Very confident.
I was pretty confident after.
I'm a bit more confident now because I know what to do and how to handle the situation.
Really confident.
I'm quite confident after being to DangerPoint.
Good.
I'm very confident.
Very confident.
I feel a lot more confident with them, but I'm just hoping that they don't actually happen.
Pretty confident.
Have you told any of your family or friends about what you have learned at DangerPoint?
Yeah, and my mum was very impressed.
About leaving your phone off on charge whenever you leave.
Yes, I have. About the train and the fields.
Yeah, I told my family.
Yes, I've told my mum and my dad about some dangers. Dangers in the house, like burning yourself on the kettle, maybe at the carbon monoxide alarm, and
It's very interesting and fun, and I would go there again. I told my brother because he has a cracked phone and he always keeps it on, the charger on.
Could you describe DangerPoint in your own words?
It's very fun because you learn a lot of new things.
fun, but it helps people learn.
That it's a fun place where you can learn how to be more safe.
It's a fun experience and you learn loads when you don't even know you're learning stuff.
Mae o lle ti gallu fel dysgu hefyd peryg ac maen nhw dysgu chdi I bod mwy hyderus na oeddech chdi cyn.
It teaches you life skills.
Amazing.
It was fun, really good. There's a lot of things you can learn from there. It's really good.
Quite fun. You learn things safely, in a more fun way, instead of just reading it. They tell you what to do. It shows you what can happen.
A place where you're shown examples of dangers.
Very interesting, and I probably one of my favourite trips I've been to, because I like the lunch, but I did like the actual experience as well.
Do you think it's important for children to visit DangerPoint?
Yeah,
so they can get to know like more about dangers in the homes and dangers about like carbon monoxide and stuff.
Because it helps you learn bits from the kids. Yndi, achos mae'n gallu helpu chi efo bethau. Just os bysach chi efo carbon monoxide, bysach chi ddim yn gwybod be i wneud. A bysach chi just yn gallu fod y sal bod ti just yn meddwl ti just efo bug.
Yes, because it can teach you a lot of good things.
Yes, because not everyone gets taught in school how to be safe. So when you go to DangerPoint, you can learn in detail what it means to be safe.
Yes, I think it is because children do need to learn about the dangers as well, so they still don't do it when they're older.
Yeah, so they can learn about stuff like roads and be careful on roads because you might get hit sometimes if you don't look both ways.
Little kids could learn things about being safe.
Yes, because I learnt a lot from it. I knew a lot, but then I also learnt a lot more from than what I already knew.
Yeah, so then in the future they can learn never play with fire or something.
Yes, because you might not learn the stuff you learned there, you might not learn from anywhere else.
Yes, very. Because not everyone knows the dangers of a house, a shop, on online games and all things like that. It's nice for them to learn about it to be safe.
Yes, because they learn about internet safety, house safety, like loads of different dangers, and that could be really useful in life.
I think it's important to visit DangerPoint because it teaches you what the dangers are and how you can get around the dangers.
In case you don't know about these dangerous stuff that could happen.
Because I think not all children are like aware of what could happen if they do something.
It's kind of important, I think, and I think it's really good that we're learning.
Yeah, definitely. Because it probably teaches them for when they grow up and they start going to places like with their friends and stuff to be more safe.